So guys, to make sure that your article ranks, we're going to be doing everything possible, and we're going to split it into 5 separate sections. That's going to be getting the initial ideas, researching your keywords, and for plagiarism, making sure that your blog post is completely optimized for SEO before you post it, and then finally making sure that the title and meta description is exactly on point and will help you rank your article to number 1. Now, one thing to mention is that we're only going to be using free methods here, so you don't need to pay for any of this. And with that, let's get right into it. First, we're going to log on to ChatGPT, and you only need the free version for this. We're essentially going to let it know the general idea of what we want to write about, then ask it to give us, let's say for instance, 10 different title ideas. So essentially I put that I want to write a blog post about what I want to write about, which in this case is different ways to use AI for business. Please give me 10 different titles that will also rank for SEO. Now we have our 10 different titles. Now what I've done is I've asked it to break down each title into the main keywords for the search. We're now going to come over to Google Ads, and you just need to sign up to be able to use it. You don't actually need to have any paid campaigns to use this. Now I'm going to go to Get Search Volume and Forecast. Here I'm going to put in all of my keywords that we have through the titles, and click Get Started. Now all we can do is we can actually see what the monthly average searches are and also what the competition is. Now I'm going to simply copy all of the sections, so I've just dragged and highlighted from the top left, and I've dragged it all the way to the bottom right. Here we're going to ask it, using the search volume and finding the lowest competition, create me a title from the results, and then hit send. Now this is going to save you a lot of time because it's basically analysed everything in a few seconds, and it's basically given us the title, Innovative Ways to Leverage AI in Business and Automate Operations in 2024. It's showing us the keywords included, the fact that it's low competition, has just under 10,000 searches, and now we know exactly what title to go with. Now, using this title that we know is going to rank for SEO, we're now going to ask it to write a blog post focusing on the keywords of the title that we can use on our blog. Here we go, and it's written us a very nicely worded blog post around the title, which we know should rank well. So we're going to go ahead and copy this, and we're going to now go and check for plagiarism. There's a few free places that you can do this, such as DupliChecker, Grammarly, JustDone.ai, basically search in free plagiarism tool. There's going to be a ton, so just find one that suits you. I'm just going to use DupliChecker for this one. Let's go ahead and check the checkbox and check for plagiarism. Perfect. On here we're showing a 0% plagiarism and 100% unique. Now if it was showing some plagiarism, basically what you're going to want to do, let's say for instance if this particular line here or this sentence was showing as plagiarized, you're going to copy that, you're going to go back to ChatGPT, and you're simply going to ask it to write it in a more unique way. You can then work your way down the article until you have a completely unique article. So with that good to go, I'm copying the whole article and I'm going to come to my blog post. So now we know that we have a title that is going to rank and has good ranking keywords. The text is now based around these keywords, and there's no plagiarism as well. Now we really need to supercharge it with the last bits of SEO to make sure that everything is looking great. For this I'll suggest a plugin such as One SEO or Yoast SEO. This will now help you through the last steps of actually getting the SEO, where you really want to try and get everything to about 100%. Essentially 100 out of 100 is the best score that you can get here. Includes the visibility, SEO analysis, readability, the focus key phrase, and general SEO, which a lot of it can be found right at the bottom of the page. Stuff like adding your focus key phrase. It's then going to do things like check that it's in the title, headings, images that you've used. It's also going to check if your key phrase is in the introduction, and so many more things that is really going to help for your SEO. And finally we come down to the post title and the meta description. Now this is important because this also needs the keywords in. This is usually what will show as your Google result, and you can also control what the social media result looks like as well. I'm going to return back to the chat where we initially got our title, and I'm going to ask it to please create me a meta description for this article up to 160 characters. And just like that, we have one which will also include the key phrases because it's part of the chat and it knows essentially what's going on. We're going to add this into the meta description section, and I'm also going to carry this through to the social, so I'm going to add the same post title and meta description here. You can of course do the same with Twitter X and just make sure that you click the use from Facebook tab, unless of course you want it to be different. Now guys, you can simply go ahead and publish. Obviously, I do also recommend like adding things with images, making sure that the alt text also has your keywords within there. As you do that, you'll also see your all-in-one or Yoast score go up and up the further that you work on it. A few other things to add for SEO is things like a table of content, because it provides them quintessential links right at the top, which help people for navigation and to find the exact answer they're looking for. Also, not to forget that when people click links, it actually shows Google and other search engines that there's interaction on your site, which of course is also going to score it better for optimization. Thanks for watching guys, we now have 2 videos popping up for you to watch next. Otherwise, make sure that you hit that like button and subscribe to our channel for more content.